dark stars and lava lamp lights. Nostalgia mania, let your memories fly. Toys R Us tears in a surge soda high. From hair gel spikes to butterfly clips, we're bringing it back, no skips, just hits. Nostalgia mania, come take the trip.
Welcome in, everybody, to episode 43 of Nostalgia Mania. We're calling it Back in the Daycast, the show where we take you back to the legendary games, movies, toys, wrestling, and all those memories from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. I am your host, the real Josh Elliott. With me, as always, Bryan J. Baby! What's up, man? How are you doing?
Doing good. Just on location in Omaha this week.
On location. I like it. Those are always a fun episodes when we can do this podcast on the road.
Yes.
And I will say on the road this time because you did not have to fly to Omaha, I wouldn't think.
No. I did drive up here, so.
There you go. Well, good deal. How you been, Bryan? Had a good week?
Been good. Just working and trying to get through the week.
Yeah? Well, good. Good deal, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. This is episode 43. We are less than 10 episodes away from our 1 year anniversary show of Nostalgia Mania. I cannot believe we are fast approaching the 1 year anniversary. We got to do something special, man. I know you've been you've watched a lot of our show, but you've come on here in the last I don't know 8 to 10 episodes. We got to do something special on our 1 year. I don't know what that's going to be yet, but I'm going to figure something out.
Something with cake.
I like cake, as you can tell.
I'm telling you, I'm a big fan of cake myself.
There you go. I like it. We may do some cake. We may we'll figure something out. I'm excited, man. Like I said, I never thought we'd be here 40. I mean, yes, I did. I can't say that. I can't believe it's already here, I guess is the better term. But man, today's episode though, it's gonna be a fun one. We're gonna go on a treasure hunt with a bunch of booby traps, pirate ships,
booby traps.
Yeah, underground caverns, as we kind of chat about this 1985 classic, The Goonies, as you can see at the bottom of the screen for those of you watching live. Yeah, man, we're gonna go track down One-Eyed Willy's treasure in the Goonies, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Is it was this one that you grew up a lot watching as a kid back in the 80s?
Yes, it was. I don't know if I watched it in the theater, but I know I watched it a lot because I think it came out pretty quick on VHS. And we constantly rented it.
There you go. Man, I'm going back and rewatching this. It had been a little while since I've watched it. Like I know you said last week that you watch it, multiple times a year.
Yep.
And
Multiple
I
times a month.
or a month, but it had been a little bit since I've seen this, man. It's such a good movie. It's phenomenal. So I'm glad we picked this. Before we dive into it, man, we again appreciate everybody for tuning in. We are live currently on our YouTube page and our Facebook page at JSE Studios. We're live once a month for our wrestling episodes on the I-70 Hot Tag. That's their podcast that myself and Chase used to run. Bryan J was a special guest co-host every once in a while. We stream our wrestling shows from that. We've also got an Instagram, TikTok, X, Twitch. Just search for either JSE Studios or Nostalgia Mania. You'll find us there. We're also on Apple. We're also on Spotify, iHeart, all the podcast platforms. Hey, Brian, we didn't do this last week. We didn't even promote any socials last week. Where can everybody follow you on social media?
Everybody can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at BryanJ_Bebe. Also on the TikToks.
On the TikTok.
Yes, sir.
Are you
on the TikToks?
Are you pretty active on that TikTok over there? Or?
I watch a lot of stuff. I don't really put anything on there. Yours pops up quite a bit. So I watch a lot of. I watch more than anything.
Right.
The wife and I send TikToks back and forth to each other all the time, and just.
Speaking of TikToks, I recorded one the other day. I think it was yesterday. I posted it. Are you smartened up to the old rubber ducks in the Jeeps?
I saw that, and no, I have no idea why. My son actually has one in his car, and then he put it in there, and now he's like, yeah, I don't know why.
Does he have a Jeep?
No, he has a Ford Fusion, but he put it in there.
I think it's a Jeep thing. Like I saw it one time, like about a year ago or so. And I was like, and I looked at it, I'd never seen it before. And I was like, what is going on? I took a little picture, I think, and I sent it to a couple people. And it might have been my boss, who was also a Jeep guy, but didn't do the rubber duckies. And he goes, this is something that Jeep owners do. They've done, I don't know why, but they do it. And he goes, now that you've seen it once, you're going to see it all the time. And I do. Every time I see a Jeep, there's some sort of rubber duck collection up on their windshield.
And it makes me want to research into it and find out, but
I never have. I don't know why. I should figure out what, the origin of that. Maybe we should do a Nostalgia Mania episode on rubber duckies.
Rubber duck.
That'll be a bonus episode for later.
That's across the nation now.
Yep.
But
so
I've been excited though, because had a wrestling show a couple weeks ago, and got another one I'm going to a week from Friday.
Yeah, man, we got Fountain City Pros coming up.
It's going to be a lot
August
of fun.
15th. Yeah, it's quickly approaching, man. Like 3 months has gone by in a flash, honestly.
Very quick.
So, for those of you in the Kansas City area, go check that out. We're in Olathe, Kansas. Cheap plug.
Yeah, cheap plug. Yeah. Hey, we will always put over Fountain City.
Always. And Kansas City wrestling in general, honestly.
In general, yeah.
That's kind of what we do.
I mean, Fountain City and CSW are going to be the ones that mostly, but
yep.
I don't make it out to the other ones, just simply for the fact that they all run on the weeks that I'm on call.
Yeah, and they
And being on call, I can't really go and spend 3 hours.
Yeah, because you get at any point in time I gotta go.
Yeah, I'm so I kind of stick around the house.
Yep. So let's jump into this, man. We're talking The Goonies, which was released on June 7th, 1985. Director Richard Donner, who also did Superman and Lethal Weapon, 2 great movies as well. Chris Columbus was screenplay. Steven Spielberg, the infamous Steven Spielberg, wrote the movie. So phenomenal writer is Steven Spielberg. I wish I would have written down like my top. We should have done like a top. We could have done like a draft of Steven Spielberg movies at the end of this to close it out. But
yeah, it's crazy. Like, and this is Josh Brolin. This is his film debut.
Yeah, dude, same guy that played Thanos in the Avengers.
Yes, he got his start in the Goonies. It's also the only feature film that Jeff Cohen was in, who played Chunk.
The only feature film? So he hasn't been in anything else?
I think he's done more voiceover work. And
okay.
Actually, if you've seen the guy, I've seen him, I think it was on Instagram or something. He is like ripped.
Yeah, I did look him up.
He really...
yeah. Yep. So yeah, and you had a young Sean Astin as Mikey. Basically, he was the heart of the group in the movie. Like you said, Josh Brolin, who also played Thanos. Corey Feldman was Mouth.
Great part, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get to that. Ki, I'm gonna mispronounce this name. Ki Hyun Kwan as Data.
Ki-Hyun
Kwan is Data. Yep. Carrie Green was Andy, and Martha Plintman was Steph. Pretty good cast, man, for at least the Goonies section of the movie.
And then, of course, Stephen King. I'm just kidding. That's a little inside joke between Josh and I.
I'm gonna try while you're talking to go pull up those screenshots and bring it up. But I'll tell you what, man, the dad was it Sean Astin's dad, Mikey's dad, and in this film, and Stephen King have a very, very heavy resemblance to each other.
In this movie, they did, and that's just like we were going over all the actors. That's just the group of kids.
Yeah,
and then you get into like the mom and like Joey Pants is in it, who went on to do The Sopranos, and and she was in a bunch of movies.
Anne Ramsey.
Yeah.
Anne Ramsey. She gives off, like, when I was watching this, I'd also recently watched Matilda. So her and Miss Trunchbull kind of give off the same kind of vibes.
Yeah, and I guess in interviews they were asking the kids about her. Apparently she was just one of the sweetest women. Just always, are you okay? Am I scaring you too much?
It's crazy how, her character's completely different than what she was.
Yep.
But yeah. But yeah, like you said, Anne Ramsey was in it. We had, and you had, and I'm going to mispronounce this guy's name, Joe Pantaleone. Yeah. Yes. He played in Ready to Rumble, which is one of my favorite movies that we're going to do on a future episode of Nostalgia Mania. He played Cyrus in the WCW's owner or promoter, and so.
Yeah, he's the one I was saying went on to Sopranos.
Yep,
he's had a good long career, and I believe he was in. God, I can't think of there was a TV show he was in I really liked about like a special teams unit that they were like cops, like FBI type. Really good.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean this cast, man, had like super good chemistry too together. Like the kids, meshed really well together. They played off with the villains pretty good too. The Fratelli family is what they call them in the movie. But I really enjoyed the chemistry of them all. Honestly, did really well. I like the there was a spot that they forced Chunk to do a dance before they come into the movie. And
the truffle shuffle.
The truffle shuffle.
Do it. Do it.
Do it. Oh man, come on, guy. All right.
And there's a lot of lines in this movie that even today you still kind of go back and say
Yeah.
pretty
I know
quotable.
Goonies Never Say Die is one of the ones
Yep.
that kind of stuck with me. Go ahead. Tell us a couple ones that you liked.
Oh, jeez.
I'm putting you on
The truffle shuffle,
Truffle Shuffle.
obviously.
That's one.
And when Data, I don't remember what point in the movie he says this, but he says something. He's trying to say booby traps, but he says booty traps.
Booty trap.
I always say that. That's probably my top one.
Yeah.
Because I say that one a lot.
Booby trap? No, booty trap. That's what I said. Booty trap.
That's what I said. Booty trap.
Oh man,
it was just great.
So this movie, man, had a $19 million budget, and I think it made. I didn't write this down, but it had made like $10 million on its opening weekend.
So I got some numbers here from that.
Go ahead, man. If you got the stats, let's read them.
I do. Let me read them off here. It says that they had a $19 million budget. The film grossed 69 million worldwide on opening weekend. Later on, it within like the next month, it was 129 million or 125 million, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just in that first weekend, 68, 69 million. That's back then. That's ridiculous.
3 times your budget.
Yeah.
In the opening weekend. That is insane.
And it's still as popular today as it was back then.
Yeah, to say this was a success is a understatement.
Oh,
especially like you said, especially back then, like 69 million in one weekend. That's wild. And 125 worldwide total box office, like that's wild. So
it's crazy.
It's cool though, because like when I was looking some of this stuff up, like they actually still show the Goonies in different theaters throughout the country, and it's actually super popular in drive-in theaters too. You can kind of see some of the classic drive-ins still showing the Goonies, which is cool.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's a lot of fun to go see at the drive-in.
So, now I kind of did a little bit. I didn't dive too much into it. I wish I would have. But there was a teased sequel to the Goonies. Did you know about that?
Yeah, I've heard the rumors of it. They're supposed to be making a second one from what I've heard. I haven't, like you said, I didn't dig too far into it, but there's been rumors of that for like 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, so sorry, I'm reading the comment. Ann Ramsey was in Deadly Friend when she got her head taken off by a basketball. Yep. Appreciate AJ Wallace or Aaron Wallace for tuning in. But man, like this movie, like we said, was super successful. People loved it, and it goes to show, especially back in the 80s, that like it showed different movie studios and stuff like that kids movies you could make a kid movie without making it super kiddie, if that makes sense. Like it didn't have to be like focused to like real super young toddlers. Like you could make a kid movie and not be cheesy, you know? Something that everyone will enjoy. Yeah, and like you say, everybody, like Gen X, millennials, like even some, my sister's age who are Gen Z, they like the Goonies. They've seen it, so it's a cross, platform of age groups that enjoy this. So it's pretty cool to see. Let's jump into this movie, man. Again, we're not going to go scene by scene like we started to do earlier in the episodes, but let's talk about some of these scenes and some of your favorite moments of the movie. Like, and you can kind of go in order or however you want to do it. Kind of kick us off with some of your favorite moments of. I mean, it starts off with the car chase and the Fratellis, and then Chunk sees them as he's somewhere getting food, and of course.
he sees the car chase and runs back to tell the gang. And when he gets there, in order to get in is when he had to do the truffle shuffle, which
Yep.
Corey Feldman was the one who made him do that. And so once he does, sets off this kind of like the game Mousetrap in order for the door to open.
Yeah,
You know?
that's all.
And looking back now, if you look at it, he could have easily just like pushed the door open, but
Yeah.
you know, he waited and all that, and then runs in to tell everybody. And so then they're kind of sad about, you know, they're trying to make it a resort, so they're going to tear down all the houses, and everybody has to move, and they're all sad about that before they go upstairs and find the map.
Find the treasure map, which I do have a screenshot of them all four looking at it. Side note, though, you mentioned, again, I always like to point it out every time we're going to watch a movie, so get used to it.
No, you're fine.
Chunk was in the movie, or in the movie theater, in the restaurant during this car scene chase, and gets smashed up against the window as he sees it. He smashes whatever he is eating and his Pepsi Cola cup into the window.
Yep.
Josh Brolin's character goes into the refrigerator and pulls out an ice cold Pepsi. And they get to the Fratelli's house, and Chunk digs into a cooler, which has a big Pepsi logo on the side of it. And I'm like, you know, that's a lot of Pepsi in this movie. I don't hate it.
All over the place, yeah. And you know, it's like back then it was one or the other. You know, either they had a bunch of Coke or a bunch of Pepsi, and
yep.
And this one was on the good side.
I like it was funny too whenever they were up in the attic and they were Mikey was trying to wanted to get into the glass frame, so he ends up handing it to Chunk, and then he goes, all right, 5, 4, and counts down, and then he fumbles it,
like, whoa,
because he knew it was going to happen
every time.
Every time. So they start taking off, man. They unplug, or I guess unscrew the valve caps of I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Brand, is his name Brand? Brand's bike, which is supposed to, I guess, deflate the tires, but
yeah,
if you just take the valve stem off of a bike, that's not going to deflate the tires.
Don't tell everyone that, Josh.
Sorry, I got to keep kayfabe, my bad.
Give people hope.
Anyway, so they deflate his tires, and they take off down the road, and they start searching for the treasure, One-Eyed Willy's treasure. And they get to the scene where Brand is chasing them on a kiddie bike.
On the kiddie bike that he stole from a little girl.
He stole from a little girl, yep. And said he'll bring her back, but he gets stopped by a buddy from his school who has 2 girls in the car, and ends up grabbing onto his arm and taking them down the highway at 50 miles an hour on a kiddie bike, virtually throwing him off the cliff or the hill, whatever it was.
What a bully.
Terrible bully. And it shows the girls too, and that kind of lights up them to eventually come into the movie a little bit later. But they get to the restaurant. They meet the Fratellis. What did we think about the first time seeing the Fratellis? What's your first thoughts as a kid watching this movie? What was your thoughts on them?
I knew they were bad guys as a kid, but I kind of liked them because they had that they had the Three Stooges, like Keystone Cops type of, between the 2 brothers, and the mom's like there to wrangle them in, but they kind of had that. So I was like, oh, they can't be too bad, you know. They're just you know, misguided or whatever, you know. And it was funny because they were obviously the comic relief of the group, and the mom was the more serious one. So I kind of liked them. I thought they were funny.
Yeah, and I like this. I like the part where they get the pizza, and they're like, and they shoot each other. You're gonna kill me over a piece of pepperoni?
Yeah, it's just hilarious.
It was great.
Stuff they do.
And shortly right after that, we're met with Sloth, who's been chained up in the basement of this restaurant for however long. Kind of a crazy scene, man. That kind of as a super young kid. I don't remember when the first time I saw this, but like I would think if I was 6, 7, my kid's age, that probably would freak me out seeing Sloth.
Yeah, it definitely would.
So, I do want to point out before we get to any underground scene. So I've written down a couple continuity things that I caught while I was watching it, and I kind of jotted them down. One of them was when Chunk was drinking the water out of the jug, before he knocks it over. So he's drinking the water out of the jug, and you can see the water level is like almost empty. Mm-hmm. And then when he stands up and knocks it over, the water is now half full. Did you notice that?
I did not.
Yeah, the water level is more after it was almost gone. So I just jotted that down as a note.
Right, I gotcha.
Yeah. So all right, take us down through the cave a little bit, down underneath below the restaurant. Where do we get from here?
So they find Chunk. They find Chunk finds Sloth because he has to go to the bathroom or whatever. Mikey does, I think. And when they get down there, I don't know. I don't remember. And I've seen this movie so many times, and recently, how Chunk got left behind, but they end up finding this. The cave to get in, and
they got downstairs or underneath was it the fireplace or something, and they told him to go call the cops, go get the police, and then he gets caught because he decides he smells ice cream and gets whatever and gets caught, and then gets tied up next to Sloth, and so
and I know this, and they end up becoming friends because he helps him get the food and it gives him the candy bar and
the Baby Ruth, the old school 1985 Baby Ruth, which those wrappers still look pretty much exactly the same as they do today.
They're similar.
They didn't change much in
not
35
at all.
years. So so Sloth kind of shows off his strength at this point and kind of breaks the chains. He pulls the chains out of the wall, and somehow the wrist cuffs are off as well. So I jotted that one down too. That's another continuity thing I saw.
He's just that strong. Josh.
He is. All you have to do is flex his wrists and they pop off. I like it.
Yep. If only he would have thought of that sooner.
Right? Instead of being down there for so long.
But then they get down in there and they start with the booty traps.
The booty traps. Data, the booty traps. Yeah, they go through quite a bit of those. The girls start, we didn't even address the girls coming on to the scene. She which it was Andy, I believe her name was. She was the love interest of Brand, and so she kind of is flirting. They're flirting back and forth pretty much the whole movie, and eventually, I remember one of the funniest scenes, and I remember this as a kid watching it because I thought it was hilarious. Was they get there's no light, so she goes to kiss what she think is Brand, but it ends up being Mikey. And she's like, when did Brand get braces?
And the friend just laughs at her. The friend who lost her glasses, and so she's half blind.
Yeah.
And can tell that it's Mikey.
They what I thought was cool too was and I saw this, or I read this on an article. I guess the pirate ship scene was they did not let anybody in the cast, especially the kids, see the pirate ship until it was completely done and they were filming. So when you see their reactions to it, it was like a genuine, like first time seeing the giant pirate ship. So I thought that was a pretty cool tidbit.
That's awesome.
So and plays good because I mean you can see their eyes immediately light up when they turn around to see when they slide down that whatever that was, water slide.
I always wanted to go down those water slides. I know they're not real, but seeing them as a kid, you're like, oh, that'd be so fun.
And the closest you got was going to like a community center or a pool, and you got the enclosed water slides where you can kind of slide down for a couple seconds, inside. That's the closest thing you can come to it.
Yep.
Otherwise, man, I saw this is off topic a little bit, kind of, but like I've seen those videos of people going like in real narrow like openings. I don't know if you've ever seen those before, but they're TikToks, on Instagram Reels. But like, I'm no way. Even if I could fit, because I ain't fitting in very small, openings. But regardless, no way.
I would. Nope.
I'm not claustrophobic, but I would become claustrophobic in there.
Yes. That would not be fun.
No. Another fun, part of this was the wishing well scene. Yes. Pretty cool. They're underneath it, and they see the guys up top, and at that point is where we hear the classic "Goonies Never Say Die" slogan that they use, and because Mikey is trying to talk them into, hey, like, are we gonna do this? Like, if we go back home right now and get out of here, we're gonna not have a house. We're not gonna have a home. We're not gonna, or whatever. And they say Goonies never say die. So, and that kind of keep on keeping on.
Might as well at that point just keep going.
Yeah, I mean they made it that far. You might as well keep going. So,
and already been through some of the traps. They kind of know it's real now, right?
Yeah, they know. Yeah, for sure.
Keep going.
And I've read a little bit too, like this film and then the way it's kind of structured, inspired kind of modern films. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie called Super 8. It was inspired by the Goonies, Stranger Things.
Okay.
The TV show we're probably that was inspired by the Goonies. At least that's what the internet said. But it's just kind of cool to see. But anyway, so where are we at? We're at the pirate ship. I mean, we're close to. I mean, I know we're jumping around here, but like I'm just trying to think off the top of my favorite moments of this. Sloth ends up helping Chunk get down into where they're at, and he gets down there once they find Wild Willy's or One-Eyed Willy's treasure, and he breaks open his shirt and has the pirate outfit, the Superman shirt underneath. Yep. And
but really quick before we get to that, though, I thought one of the best parts of the movie was when they're all grabbing all of the jewels and the gold, and Mouth goes to take gold or jewels in front of One-Eyed Willy off of his scale. Mikey stops him and says, "Don't take that. That's Willy's." Yeah. I just kind of thought, even as a kid, I kind of thought, what, that's awesome that he has that much respect for One-Eyed Willy that he did that, and he's like, leave it. That's Willy's.
Yeah. Roderick Hall in the house. Hey, you guys. Appreciate Brody. Autumn's in the house too. Sorry, I've been neglecting the chat here. Rewatching Loki right now, with Quan in it. Yes. Appreciate you. Great movies, man. Great movie. But yeah, man, I love the let's talk about Sloth and Chunk's kind of bond. Like they like immediately. Yes, he was afraid of him at first, but then like they grew to trust each other, and ultimately that's kind of what. Yeah, it was that's what ultimately helped save the kids was Sloth and Chunk kind of working together. So, yeah, kind of heartwarming subplot to the whole treasure hunt thing. So,
and especially at the end when he's holding up the boulder for him.
Yeah. And he's like, Chunk's like, come on, come on, come on. He goes, no, this is my mom. I'm going to stay here, basically kind of thing. Like, Mom, I'm going to, whatever. But the whole pirate ship thing was super cool, man. I love seeing, she made him walk the plank. It was cool visuals. Also, I noted as well, the water, like the way they made the water super blue.
It was so blue.
I was like, man,
that was
like,
awesome.
how do they? I mean, obviously, like, movie magic at that point, but like, it was, it looked super clean, like all like cold. I mean, I don't know what the temperature was for real, but it was cool. It was cool to watch.
You have to think in '85 also, they didn't have all the technology for making movies today, so they had to make that water blue. So I don't know what all they did use, but it's one of those where you're like, I'd swim there. I'd swim there all day.
100%, man. Like 100%.
Yeah, it's just very cool. Really quick thing. So you said that at the beginning that this came out June 7th of '85.
Mm-hmm.
They did. I found out. I did some research that in the original, you've seen the TV version of this also.
Yes.
There's an octopus scene where it grabs one of the girls and they have to wrestle her away from the octopus. In the movies, that was cut out. In August of '85, they had, I don't know what happened, but maybe it just didn't go over as well with the kids, but I've read it was re-released, but it really wasn't. They cut that scene out and sent those to the movie theaters in August of '85, and they stopped showing the octopus in '85. Which
and
now
it was because it was too scary, right?
Right, for the little kids.
What was this movie rated? Do you have the rating?
I do. Grab the notes here. Or at least I thought I did.
I'm gonna look. What was the Goonies rated? It says PG. So
PG. Yep.
Yep. So yeah. I mean, which is for kids. Yeah. I mean, it's just obviously parental guidance, but.
And it wasn't one of those things like I'm pretty sure. I was 10 at the time it came out, so I wouldn't have been really scared of it. My brother was 7 and he watched it at that age and he wasn't scared. So
yeah, and I mean I agree. I mean, yeah, look, thinking of it now, I don't think I watched the octopus scene as a child, so I didn't see it until I was a little bit older.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. And if you didn't see it, there is a part where Data mentions it, and it almost feels like a goof or like a screw up because it didn't happen. Like you didn't see it.
At the end, when they're describing the adventures, he's like, "Oh, and the octopus," and you're like, "Wait, what? Octopus?
What octopus?"
But like you and I talked about the other day, the octopus scene really wasn't needed. I mean, it played just as well without it.
Yeah, it didn't make or break the movie. Yeah, It could have gone with it, could have gone without it. It didn't go one way or the other for me.
But yeah, it was. So finally, the ship sail, or they go get rescued or whatever, and get back to civilization. They're in their little town, and they start. They're all sad because they're going to have to leave, and the dad's about to sign the papers to sell the house.
Yeah, I like the visual of the boat kind of sailing off in the end with the sunset in the background. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
We glossed over this because we didn't, some of the booby traps, the booty traps. There was one point which was kind of cool was they had to play the piano, I guess. Andy had to play the correct notes to open or drop the drawbridge so they could continue going. Again, I happened to notice it, so I jotted it down. But
Sure.
I love that scene, by the way. But I went back and I watched it again, and so she played the first note, and the floor dropped out of him on the left-hand side. Then it changed the scene, and before the drawbridge dropped back down, and before the second fell, there was another back, like the camera was back, and the floor was back to normal, and there was no floor drop, and it went back, and it just another, didn't take away because it was only a couple seconds. Like you couldn't, if you weren't watching for it or didn't like happen to notice it, you didn't even notice it. My first time watching it through just my rewatch, I didn't even notice it. But doing the research, I saw that, and I went back and rewound it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's, again, barely saw it.
Sure.
But I like that the playing the music, you have to push the tune or the keys at the right time, and then the drawbridge comes down. Then Data's, all his gadgets that he used, the freaking the punch out of his chest that reminds me of Jackass.
Yeah, very much so. And my favorite was always the slick shoes.
Yes,
when they're going across like the log. And he's like, wait, guys, slick shoes. And he pulls the cord, and like oil starts coming out of his shoes from the back.
Yeah.
As they're running across the log. Definitely 007 inspired, or even Inspector Gadget like.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, this is, I loved every little invention that he had. Like, there was something, what was the, it was the flashlights. He had like a real bright flashlights, and he turned them on, but then they immediately turned off. Sorry guys, he goes, really bad battery life.
Yeah, they were very bright for a couple of seconds.
Yep. But
very, very funny.
Man, so thinking back, if you had to pick one favorite character in the movie, who would you pick? Who's your favorite character?
This is impossible, Josh. No, it's possible. There's a lot of favorite characters. I tend to say Chunk was probably one of my favorites. And my wife would probably say that's because I'm a fat guy in a skinny body. Which I really like Chunk, but it's like borderline Chunk or Data, but I think I'd have to go with Chunk.
Data is like the
Data's cool.
Yeah, he's like under the radar. He slides under the radar, and I think he's 100%. I would probably say the same thing. I would say Chunk is probably one of my favorites, and then obviously, Mikey is one of my favorites as well. Plus, I like Sean Astin.
Yes.
Seeing a young Sean Astin was kind of cool to see, because I've seen him in so many other things, now as an adult.
Have a quick note from the wife, which I'm surprised that it took this long. The lights, Data's lights, were bully blinders.
Bully blinders, yeah. That's right. I forgot about that.
Bully blinders, yes. I'm surprised it took this long. I'm sure that there's something else that I have messed up saying.
Oh, I 100%. I know we kind of glossed over it. Like I said, I don't want to go scene by scene just because it does tend to drag. But I think we've hit a lot of the high points, at least from my notes. I know you probably have more. Like when we get to that nostalgia rating, I think you're going to have more like. You're going to rate it higher, I think, than I'm going to. But
probably. But that being said, like at the end, it's funny because we passed over one of the best scenes, and I don't know which version you watched, but if you watched, and I'm surprised that it got a PG rating with this, when the mom first brings Rosalita.
Oh yeah, we didn't even mention that.
So. Nobody speaks Spanish but Mouth. So Mouth she's given the tour. Mouth is with them both and going room by room. And he's saying, this is where we keep this and this. And he says, like in one of the drawers, this is where we keep the whips and chains and like handcuffs and all this stuff, and this is where we keep, and he just little stuff like that. And it made her like eyes go wide, but in the end, when the reason I bring that up is because in the end, in this last scene that we were watching, she finds a bag that was, I think it was dropped by Mikey, and she opens the bag and there's a bunch of jewels in it. And she says, Stephen King's about to sign away the house. And she says something, starts screaming it, and Mouth is the one who, wait, don't sign. So she actually saves the day after Mouth scares the crap out of her.
I did not. I need to go back and see what version I watched because I don't remember seeing that. The back home, the almost signing the house away, and
Really?
Rosalita helping. Dude, I'm pretty sure the boat sailing off into the sunset, credits roll.
I will find it on YouTube and send it to you.
Yeah, I don't think I saw it unless I was supposed to like sit there and watch more, and it showed after that. I'm pretty sure the credits rolled.
Yep, I'm
after
definitely
the boat scene.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'll definitely send it to you because it's before the credits, well before the credits. Because then the dad rips up the papers and says, "We're not moving today or anytime," or something like that, or anywhere.
It was not in the version that I watched. I literally I didn't even think anything of it because I just saw they escaped.
So it's not it's when they're on the beach.
That's what it is. All I saw was the beach. I didn't see the house episode or the house scene.
No, it's not the house. They were getting ready to sell the house, but they were.
It was on the beach.
It was on the beach. Yes.
Okay, maybe I did see it. And I didn't pay close enough
You
attention.
saw it. I misspoke.
Okay, so my bad. I didn't. I must not have paid close enough attention. That's my fault. But yeah, it was, dude, hilarious watching him talk and saying that like, hey, the cocaine goes in here, the heroin goes here, and then they go, what's up in the attic? Oh, that's her sex toys and
that's her sex toy. That's her sex dungeon, and
yeah.
Ah.
Oh, it was great. I can't believe I completely glossed over that.
And then she saves the day. Yep.
She
So
saves the day.
we can thank my wife for that. She said the signing.
Yes.
Stopping the signing on the beach.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Bebe.
Yes.
So, I mean, that kind of wraps up one of my favorite 80s movies. One of your favorite 80s movies.
Oh, yeah.
This was a trip down memory lane that I loved going back and revisiting just because, like I said, it had been a while. I love doing this. I'm hoping that like I can't wait because this is a fun concept. I can't wait for like you and I to like pitch ideas of movies that you pitch one to me that I haven't seen. I pitch one to you that you haven't seen, and it kind of just gets us out of our comfort zone and kind of talking about different movies. So I know right now we're doing a lot of the same because we both have similar interests in the comedies so eventually it's going to happen. But I love going back and revisiting this. This was a fun one.
It's a lot of fun, and we'll get there, and we'll be at that point where we're like, oh man, that movie, how did I miss that?
Yeah, it's going to happen. I'm going to roll through some of these screenshots just because I completely neglected them. Here's Sloth in his Superman outfit on the pirate ship. We got again another pirate ship scene with old Cyrus the Virus from Ready to Rumble, and then this is before they head into the restaurant. So again, I meant to roll through these as we talk about them, but I got so invested into the story that. Brian, is there anything else you wanted to chat about before we bring up this nostalgia rating?
I don't think there is.
All right. So let's, as we always do, let's do it. And I go first. So I'm gonna let you take it away on this one. Where would you rate the Goonies?
I did go first last time, but I will go again first. Goonies. This one's easy for me. It's a 5. Just because I was yes, I was alive back then and watched it, and I've watched it multiple times since. I probably watched it within the last 2 weeks. I don't know start to end, but anytime it's on, it's usually on our TV. Yeah, I got to go with 5. Just so many lines in it that we that we say at our house all the time.
I like it. I like it. I know, just because I didn't watch it nearly as often, I'm going to go a little bit lower. I would probably put it as a 4. Maybe if I want to, maybe a 3, but it's probably closer to that 3.5 mark. Honestly, I have some memories. I didn't watch it a ton, but I did watch it, more than I did other movies, obviously from the 80s. So,
well, since you said 3.5, you have to round it up to 4, right?
All right, round up to 4. It is a high nostalgia for me. Loved it growing up. Big part of my childhood.
Being a little too critical, it's those 2 things you found. I think it was,
It's the continuity errors that
continuity errors that got you. But
no, every movie has that. And like I said, this movie had 4 or 5 Pepsi sightings. So I'm gonna rate any movie with that higher than I probably should. So
Brody said would be a 4, but I'm not old enough. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Brody.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat as Brody. Like I said, that's why I'm keeping
I get that.
Yeah, I think it would probably be more of a 3.5. But
sure.
Again, I love it. It was good. Brody says 3. Yeah. So, anybody else in the chat? Where would you rate that? Where would you rate the Goonies on your nostalgia rating? If you're here, Autumn's still here. She's Gen Z. She was born in 2000. Yeah, she was born in 2004. Oh, look at that. We got cheap viewers on streambo.com. Look at that. We got a scammer on Twitch. Appreciate you giving me a Twitch viewer though.
Yeah,
Lordy.
Absolutely.
Lordy. Love you, Brian. See, you
owe Brody.
You owe Brian a t-shirt that has BRYAN on it because he wore a shirt with your name on it. So
yeah, I expect to see that on you on the 15th.
There you go. You guys can wear each other's names on your shirt. That'd be kind of cute.
It can be Daniel Bryan, and I'll be happy. Or Brian Danielson.
Or Brian Danielson. There you go. There you go. All right. Well, appreciate everybody for tuning in. This has been another episode of Nostalgia Mania, episode 43. Like I said, we are quickly approaching 1 year. I am trying, and Brian, I don't know how you'll feel about it. I'm sure you'll be good with it. So the hot tag, we like to interview. We like to do some things. So I might try to get something lined up. Again, I don't know if I can or not. It's a lot harder in this medium as it is local independent wrestling, but
right.
I might try to line something up. We'll see.
Yeah.
For the 1 year episode. And if not, it is what it is. We'll do something cool. We'll break the mold. We'll do something big on the 52nd episode.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
So, all right, FCP and hot tag shirts day. You're right. But we can't wear the FCP shirts while we're setting up. So you can wear a Brian shirt while you're showing the muscles and putting up ring posts and shit. So
exactly.
Oh, I just said shit. So I took this to a PG to a rated R show.
PG-13. You only said it once.
You're right.
PG-13. We're good. But you know what? I wore that Brody shirt for the entire episode, which is now on YouTube. So I'm on there forever with it. So I think Brody does owe me.
Yep. It's on YouTube forever. It's not on Facebook forever. They delete their stuff. And yeah. And all the clips on TikTok that I posted. So
I'm everywhere.
He's everywhere. All right. That does it, guys. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We will be back next week. Let's before we close out, let's play the do I have it? I don't have it, so we can't play it. Next week we're gonna do Without a Paddle. One of the newest things that we've covered. Without a Paddle was released in 2004, I believe. So it's a lot newer than the Goonies, obviously, but One of my favorite comedies, man.
It's pretty
love Without a Paddle. It's got Seth Green in it. And I'm drawing a blank on
Dak Shepard.
Yes, Dak Shepard. That's the name. Thank you. And then, like I said, it's going to be a good episode. We'll be back Tuesday night, August 12th, 8 to 8:30 p.m. Come check us out. If you can't, it's fine. We're on podcast. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're everywhere you can get your podcasts. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Autumn, Brody. Who else was here?
Wendy.
Aaron Wallace. Wendy was here. Appreciate everybody. With that being said, I am your host, the real Josh Elliott. This is my co-host, Bryan J. Baby!
Every time.
And as always, let's get nostalgic.
Rewind the time, crank up the glow. Back when Blockbuster ruled the show. From slap bracelets to Saturday tunes, cartoons hit different.